Child of reality, what do you see? Child of reality, reality is free. Child of reality, will you teach me how to see? Child of reality, will you teach me how to see? My eyes had gone astray, my heart engaged the other way. Your innocence is rare and true. I remember when I was just like you. Child of reality, will you teach me how to see? Child of reality, will you teach me how to see? You're connected, I've been disconnected. You're growing, your treasure's still glowing. Child of reality, will you teach me how to see? Child of reality, will you teach me how to see? My eyes had gone astray, my heart engaged the other way. Your innocence is rare and true. I remember when I was just like you. Child of reality, will you teach me how to see? Child of reality, will you teach me how to see? Child of reality, you take me back in time. Lapse. Child of reality, I'd been waiting for a sign. Child of reality, will you teach me how to see? Child of reality, will you teach me how to see? My eyes had gone astray, my heart engaged the other way. Your innocence is rare and true. I remember when I was just like you. Child of reality, will you teach me how to see? Child of reality, will you teach me how to see? My eyes had gone astray, my heart engaged the other way. Your innocence is rare and true. I remember when I was just like you. Child of reality, will you teach me how to see? Child of reality, will you teach me how to see? Child of reality, will you teach me how to see? Child of reality, will you teach me how to see? I'll start with the positives. I love Switzerland very, very much. Remarkably clean land, incredibly beautiful, incredible transport. I've made many friends here. I've been on the road for 11 years and I've been writing the whole time. 6 years ago I wrote Change Our Minds, Defend the Children in Switzerland, in Badensville. On the road in Switzerland this time, excuse me, I've written, it's the pollen in the air. I've written many songs, including Child of Reality, which I just played there. 1 second. And many others. I played 2 days ago in Lenzburg. In 10 hours, made approximately 30 francs, with only 5 adults stopping in the entire day, as I'm standing with God, nature, the children, and our one and only home, defending the children and grandchildren of the towns I'm going into. In Grison, I wrote 71 songs. Alan Watts' No Illusion of Ego. It's not about me, it's about me and you. To see what society has become, it's truly remarkable. If one adult in 100 will pause for an original writer standing for their children and grandchildren in our home, it's an absolute miracle. I sat here yesterday for 8 hours, 10 hours in Lenzburg. 5 adults in the entire day would stop for someone singing their heart out, standing for change. And I know from people I've met, they believe I'm a gypsy. My teeth are damaged. It's a lot of money to get your teeth fixed in Switzerland and in France where I've been. My hair's long. Well, this is how I like to have my hair. My clothes are sometimes dirty. I sleep with nature, God. And sometimes I'm not 100% clean. But first impressions, to be cast out while you're standing for change, is insanity. I've recorded and documented my entire journey and been writing for 20 years. Today it's taken 2 entire hours sitting in very, very hot temperatures. Yesterday was the hottest day of ever recorded in Switzerland for this time of year. Incredible hot temperatures, and I just watch the adults. They come along on the benches. I can turn the camera, but I've shown that on another one. They'll sit literally this distance away while I'm singing songs of change as an original signed artist with GFE Ultra, and they'll get up and they'll walk away. They won't even look, or they might glance for a second and then straight back into the apocalypse, and they walk past, and to me they just look like robots. That's just the truth. In the train stations the same, the bus stations the same. It's just so simple. It's a computer and a camera. It's a remarkable tool. I see this no different to the iPad. I got the iPhone 8. I see it no different to the iPad. But to walk around in a computer, I saw it all unfold. I wrote Zombies Don't Feel Pain 6 years ago. It's truly remarkable to watch the continuation with all of the news flashes of the last 6 years and the information about the problems. The sleepwalking adult society is just insanity. I love Switzerland, I'll say it again. I've had many good days too. Just last week or 10 days ago, 2 guys in a park gave me 400 francs, which might sound like a lot of money, but in Switzerland it isn't. It's disintegrated because of train fare and costs, and having a week where to get one person in 100 to stop no matter what I say and no matter what I play is an absolute miracle. People literally sit around and get up and walk away. And again, it's not about here. The problem is absolutely everywhere. In Set and other places, not to take away from there, I wrote lots of songs. I wrote songs about the people at the fountain sitting right next to me, and they'll get up and walk away. All they can see is this. All they can hear is this. And absolutely nothing else at all. No care or time for nature. And again, it's not about me. It's about all of the world's musicians and all of the homeless people that have suffered as a direct result of the adults who were absolutely hypnotized. It's not the only problem. First impressions are pretty bad too, to say the least. To say the least, I watched and observed for 11 years. Very few people can know what that is like. I'm singing songs and writing and standing for all that is right while I continue to witness what is, in all truthful hand-on-heart honesty, an absolutely insane adult society who've lost compassion, empathy, time, care for anything at all. And people have said to me, oh, you're being angry. I've been writing for 20 years. I've been on the road for 11 years watching society. I'm just being honest and standing for everything else that is good in the other 99% world. And somehow I'm cast out and takes 1-2 hours to make enough, not even for a coffee. It's just insanity. I've had good days too. One guy in Vevey gave me 200 francs a couple of weeks ago, and I've had good days in Brig and other places. You know, it's a very expensive country. It's remarkably beautiful, but every train journey, you go to the supermarket just for free items, €10 gone. Yeah, and that's just breakfast and then lunch and then the trains, and 50, really just to survive I need to make 50 a day. In the last week I haven't made 50 each day. That's why the money from the other guys went. I paid a deposit here in Baden. I came just to buy strings. I've now played here 10 hours on and off with breaks and not made enough to replace the strings of my guitar where the guitar shop is. And again, it's not about me. It's absolutely not about me. It's about the bigger picture problem. And this is just the truth. The bigger picture problem is the sleepwalking adult society who cannot see, hear or feel anything other than this, and first impressions. People being cast out. My brothers and sisters that I've met in 31 countries and lands, I guess what? So often exactly those people, the homeless people. The second person to stop here, Brandon, invited me to a hostel and I got it for free. A guy from South Africa. Yesterday, the first 2 people to stop, a man from Ethiopia came over, asked me for a smoke, and then Brandon, who I became friends with. And now we'll be friends probably for life. He's from South Africa. The first 2 people to stop, a man from Ethiopia in 1.5 hours, and a man from South Africa. It's just remarkable. It's such an incredible land. And not to take away from here either, it's a society problem of absolute epidemic, pandemic proportions. And it's taken place for 6 years. I watched it all unfold. Literally, absolutely hypnotized. Robotic society. And that's just the truth. So I'll share this now as far as I can, as I continue to stand for all that is right. The trees, the birds, the flowers, nature, all of the children, all of the homeless people, and all of the world's musicians who all have suffered. There's many great musicians. I've watched those great musicians on my journey. And even then, when they're incredibly talented, cello pianists, cello players, pianists, opera singers, violin players, any type of musician whatsoever, I've watched the society still walking past them, no matter what they do. And it's the same for myself, but it's not about me, as I've said. It's about everyone. Why is there a resistance to change? And why is it just continue? I can confirm this after watching for so long. Those who live in this world can no longer see, hear, or feel anything at all. I stand with God, nature, behind here now, all of the trees, all of the birds. I see and feel all of this in the other, what I call it, 99% world. And I see this as 1% world, not when walking or driving. The statistics for the driving accidents are absolutely insane. So are the teenagers, 11 teenagers dying every day. I found this statistic, crossing the road. And I watch it all unfold. I watch the mothers and fathers pushing their babies across the road, inside here, checking it. It's just remarkable insanity. I hope for the sake of everyone else and for the sake of all of change that I can do my bit and more people can do their bit to realize that the way we've been going for such a long time is absolutely insane. God bless.